Here we go again. Oh my goodness. So, I don't know about for you, but for me, it always seems, that the people who have crisis king in their bio are some of the most vile, wicked, evil people on Twitter. I don't know what it is, but it's always like a Bible verse or crisis king or Jesus is Lord or something that they're always talking something that's racist, evil, praising some vile act. And I say that to say this, to bring up this woman, Valentina Gomez, I believe that's her name. Now, if that name seems familiar to you, well, it's because she's said stupid stuff before. It's just as simple as that. She's the woman that was talking about, that hopped on the bandwagon of Candace Owens. Remember when Candace Owens was talking trash about Juneteenth right after Trump said that if he were to be elected president, he would make Juneteenth a holiday? So Gomez hopped on the bandwagon talking about, oh, I agree with Candace Owens. Juneteenth is ghetto and it's ratchet and it's black victimization and yada, yada, yada.
Reparations from slavery and black victimization is about to be shoved down our throats for the most ratchet holiday in America.
What? So she has made a name for herself of being, honestly, at this point in time, just being satire. She is the epitome of hyperbole, which is the Republican Party. And her most recent stunt has caught the attention, unfortunately, of the media. And what she does in this video is that she's depicting herself doing a mock execution of an illegal alien. And she goes to the camera and says, this should be what happens to anyone who does the R word to Americans, or, sends an American to heaven, we'll say. That's a nice version. This is what should happen. They shouldn't be deported. Now, maybe it's just me, but maybe I may be the only one that couldn't help but notice that she didn't say to anyone, right? She didn't say that any person who does this to an American deserves this, right? This public mock execution. She simply said that this is reserved for illegals, which I found a bit weird.
Public executions for any illegal that rapes or kills an American. They don't deserve deportation. They deserve to be ended.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
If your whole purpose is like, hey, we got to protect Americans, wouldn't you want to protect Americans from other Americans, right? Wouldn't the concept be that you would want to promote is that, hey, anyone doing such heinous things to Americans, this is what's going to happen to you publicly? Instead, this is just a warning towards illegals, which is weird because herself is, I won't say an illegal, but she's an immigrant. Right? She comes from Colombia. And this is what the Republican Party wants. I want to remind people, she is emblematic of the Republican Party. There was one point in time, regardless if you agree with what it stood for, but the Republican Party would stand for something, right? Whether if that was, against gay marriage and we want conservative values and, whatever that was, Jesus, whatever that was, it stood for something. Currently, and I would argue thanks to Trump, the Republican Party stands for nothing other than triggering the left, okay? Triggering the libs. Gotta get the libs. Gotta target the libs. And if your whole party's purpose is simply in, making liberals feel uncomfortable or triggering the left, then you stand for nothing, bruh. That is tantamount to where the party is currently right now, where it doesn't stand for anything, where people feel politically homeless, where you have Republicans who have been Republicans, you have conservatives who have been conservatives for quite some time, and now they're looking at a party where they don't even recognize. Like, if you're a conservative, there's no way you can recognize the Republican Party right now. There's no way you can recognize CPAC. There's no way you can recognize these events that you would probably tune into, or at the bare minimum pay attention to. Even the left probably doesn't even recognize these events because they've gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They've jumped the shark. They've gone full retard. Where we now have a woman like this who's doing videos as such just to garner attention, right? Just to trigger people so she can claim that, see, I'm the most targeted person out there. See, the left wants to cancel me. So they have managed to bottle up all the narratives of victimization, right, of you being a victim, and have now promoted that to the Republican Party. So now everyone wants to be a victim. Oh, look, I'm being canceled. You can't cancel me. Oh, look, I'm being censored. You can't censor me. Oh, look, they want to stop me. The left wants to stop me. And it's all around you being a victim. Thus, now we have, as far as white America, many white Americans in the Republican Party talking about, oh, white men are being attacked. We're being persecuted. It's okay to be white. And that's not benefiting anyone. It's not even benefiting white people because Republicans don't even care about them. They're just using them to go in their pockets. And they're so dumb and they're so hateful that they can't even see this. But this is what the Republican Party wants for everyone. They want, they want the Candace Owens. That's where they got them. They want a woman like this, the Gomez. They want someone like this to be nothing more than minstrel shows for their entertainment because that's all she is. That's all Candace Owens is. She's a minstrel show for racist people's entertainment, for racist white people's entertainment in the Republican Party. Brandon Tatum, nothing more than a minstrel show for racist white people. That's it. They have managed to create a business around outliers of every group.
I watched that about 100 times. I don't know about you. I said it earlier on another post. I said, I want the public execution channel. I don't mind if it's pay-per-view, but it's going to get a little expensive. You got to pay for each one.
What?
Where you can have trans people talk ill about trans, Blair White or, Caitlyn Jenner. Where you can have black people talk ill about black people, Candace Owens, Tatum, right? Where you can have, Mexicans or, talk ill about Mexicans or, or illegals talk ill about illegals. Like, hey, Elon Musk, for example, Vivek, for example. I guess that goes to show that everyone has a price, right? Everyone has a price. Out of every group, they have a price. Because many of these groups, whether it's, the Candace Owens, whether it's Gomez and the rest of them, that they have very much an identity complex. That they feel the only way to make it in this country is to appease these group of people. That's the only way. And I think that's unfortunate. I think that is what's changing. And that changing is why many of these people on the right, many of these races are losing their minds because they want to have that power. They love that power that, hey, in order for you to make it up, you have to make me feel comfortable. You have to make me feel good. But as I've said before, the moment in time that doesn't exist. The moment in time is that there is a paycheck behind defending black Americans. You won't have a Tatum. You won't have a Candace. You won't have, what's his name on Blazing or Blazer, whatever his name is. You won't have these Sambos, these anti-black Sambos who are doing this because it would be more profitable to defend, their own instead of mocking and humiliating themselves, for a check. Hopefully the time comes. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not believe Lucas, she's just telling the truth. She's just saying what all of us feel, okay? What real Americans feel. Or if you believe, what do you mean by real Americans? Because in my understanding, in my literature that I've read, that Americans is always synonymous with white men and white women. That's what I've always seemed to come across. That's always the conclusion when you use that term. So, I could be wrong, but nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, let me know. All right. We have disagreement day, Friday through Sunday. You know where to find me. Call in and we'll duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this and this clown Gomez, and subscribe and that fun stuff. Until next time, guys, be amazing.
Reparations from slavery and black victimization is about to be shoved down our throats for the most wretched holiday in America.